Welcome back, everyone, to the Red and Blacks TV. We have a huge episode out today. I was going to wait 1 or 2 days to put another episode out, but man, Milan are working pretty fast. They must have heard me talking shit about leaving Maldini and the new owners and whatnot. So we already made one signing and another one is looking like it's coming. So just to give you a quick briefing on what's going to happen in this episode, we're going to talk about two new signings, one that's official, one that's basically, but maybe by the time I launch and edit this, it'll be official as well. A new offer for a couple of players, and then some surprise new players coming up. I have my notes right here, so I had to do this quickly to catch up with how fast AC Milan is working this season. Some of the problems we used to have back in the day is we would sign a signing so late that they wouldn't get a proper preseason training with our new manager, new tactics, etc. So it would take them much longer to settle in. Now it looks like we're signing players early and before preseason. So that's a great sign because then our players should be hitting the ground running once the season starts. First things first, Luka Romero from Lazio. He's officially signed with AC Milan. He played a few games with Lazio last season. He scored a goal. And Sarri did say great things prior to him not signing the new contract. He did say that he's a player that tries very hard in training and he's very technically gifted. And I'm thinking that he would have played a lot more with Lazio last year if it wasn't for him not signing a new contract. The other player that's basically official at this point is Christian Pulisic. I mentioned him last episode for a $14 million offer. Now it looks like we offered something around 20, and he's officially going to be an AC Milan player any day now, if not already by the time this video launches. Christian Pulisic, now we're not sure if he's going to play down the middle or down the right-hand side. We'll see what Pioli decides to do because we still have an offer that we sent out to Chukwueze for the right wing. So that offer is 25 million. Villarreal is still looking for 35 million. The owner of Villarreal, he had a little dig at AC Milan talking about when we tried to sign Matteo Musacchio, saying that we didn't have money back then with Dr. Galliani. But he can say whatever he wants. We still saved him by signing Samu Castillejo from them. So doesn't matter what he says. Hopefully we can sign Chukwueze. And then we have Pulisic in the middle, Chukwueze on the right, and Leao on the left. That looks like a very promising attack. The other player that we submitted a new offer for is Tijani Reinders, which I already mentioned last episode as well. So it looks like we upped the offer from last week, and we did submit a new offer. Let's see what happens if we're going to make him official or not. He is a very talented player. Looks like our midfield is going to look pretty sharp with Reinders, RLC, maybe Musa still. We're still talking about Musa. So we really don't know which midfield we're about to enter the new season with, but it's looking promising so far this season with all these names prior to the preseason training even starting. So let's see if Reinders signs with AC Milan with the new offer that we just sent. Now, another big news is a new sporting director was chosen for AC Milan. Now, this sporting director was the right-hand man of Mirabelli back in the China era of AC Milan. Now, I don't believe in Mirabelli. I hope that, what's his name, Antonio Dotaro, the new sporting director of AC Milan, I hope he doesn't learn anything from Mirabelli, because if we recall Mirabelli, he did not sign one player that lasted long in AC Milan except for Frank Kessie. Out of all the signings that he signed, Frank Kessie and maybe Çalhanoğlu were the only two that lasted a little while. Other than that, every player was gone within a year or two and did not do any impact in AC Milan whatsoever. The other thing that we can remember Mirabelli for is giving Antonio Donnarumma the most ridiculous contract ever for a goalkeeper his age at 7 million, to a point where by the time he left, we couldn't even re-sign Donnarumma, which was a blessing in disguise anyway, because we got Big Mike, who's much better. Now, the next player that we're interested in, and this one was a surprise. I saw it from Austrian news. It's a striker named Emmanuel Emega from Storm Graz. He, from the YouTube videos that I've seen, he doesn't seem to have a good touch, but he's a tall, very tall striker, very strong, powerful shot. So who knows? We'll see. He seems to be like one of those cheap signings that we can go for and add depth to the squad. I don't know too much about him besides some of the YouTube videos that I've seen. And like I said, there's room for improvement, but if he's a cheap signing for depth, could be a great signing for us. The other player that we're interested in is Boulayedia from Salernitana. I'm wrong, and I apologize. We'll be learning them as we go. We should maybe tell AC Milan to start telling the players to give us a video on how to pronounce those names. The other big news for us is that Monza versus Milan will be playing in the Berlusconi Trophy this season. If you guys remember from back in the day, we used to have a Berlusconi Trophy. We would invite a couple of teams in and play a preseason tournament. So now Monza and AC Milan, both Berlusconi-owned teams, will be playing each other in preseason for the Berlusconi Trophy. That is great news. Great news that we're bringing that back. And also, it's a great showing for both of Berlusconi's teams to be getting together and playing each other in preseason to obviously appreciate the Berlusconi name and what he's done for AC Milan. The other player that I was surprised about was 26-year-old Manuel Benson from Burnley. They're saying that he's 20 million. He would cost 20 million. He does seem like a tricky winger that played in the championship last season. Very good dribbler, but he seems to be very short. I don't know if that means anything. I know some people don't like short players. However, he seems fast and tricky. The only problem is that his best experience is in the championship. So who knows how that would translate into Serie A. With that being said, that is the updated transfer news for AC Milan this week. Join us on Instagram. Follow us on all podcast platforms at Red and Blacks TV. Been posting a lot of highlight videos on our Instagram specifically, as well as a TikTok and shorts and all of that stuff. So make sure to follow us everywhere, Red and Blacks TV. I'll be trying to update everyone as soon as we get any signings, as soon as there's any updates. You'll find it on all of our social medias, especially Instagram. All right, thanks a lot, everybody. This is your host, Edison. Join me on the next week's episode for transfer news. Hopefully by then we will wrap up Chukwueze or any type of highly rated right wing would be nice. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in. And thank you all my YouTube viewers. You guys have been awesome. It's been a consistent showing. Hopefully this keeps going. Thank you.